And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network as we continue with our summer series of interviews. And for, I don't know, 2 years now, I have been speaking with various soccer players around the county to get them to come in and sit down here. And haven't had any luck until tonight. And tonight I've got a rising senior from the Palm Bay Pirates. I love that word rising. And this young man is very good at his craft, loves the sport, and he's going to tell us all about that. His team, his love for soccer, late bloomer, too, by the way. And we'll get into that a little bit coming up. But please help me welcome rising Palm Bay Pirates senior Ben Tatarko. Ben, man, first of all, thanks for coming in today. How's your summer going?
It's going good. Hanging out with friends, playing soccer a lot, man.
How
Typical.
in God's green hot earth do you all play in this heat, man?
I'm asking myself the same thing, man. It's so hot. Practice is at like 11, 12 in the morning, man. It's just crazy.
It is nuts. And, it's like, up north, soccer, and in college, soccer's a fall sport. Down here, it's a winter sport, which I totally get. But, man, you all are relentless. Conditioning, I guess that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you guys play all summer long, and by the time winter comes, you're probably like, this ain't nothing. All right, Ben, let's last year, the Pirates, with their best year in quite some time, 8-3 last season. But you're a goalie, and I love talking to goalies because I always think goalies are unique, all right? They have different personalities, in my opinion, than do the rest of the players on the team. I don't know why that is. I played hockey, so it's just wild. Lacrosse goalies are that way. All goalies. So you're a late bloomer. You didn't start playing the sport. Tell us about how you got into soccer, when you got into soccer.
So, about 14, going into freshman year, I loved basketball. My mom used to play basketball. She had a full ride to Florida Southern.
Okay.
But she didn't end up playing. She tore her ACL, so she always wanted me to play basketball.
Right.
And I went in trying to try out for the team. It didn't go as planned because I also started basketball pretty late.
Right.
I was always into video games. Started basketball, didn't go well. I had my Spanish teacher, is Mr. Lopez, was my coach now.
Right.
Awesome guy, man. He got me into soccer. He was like, why don't you just come out and try out for soccer, man? So I was like a little iffy about it because I was being nervous my first night.
Right.
The day he asked me to play, I went out and played with Satellite, man. I mean, we lost, but it was a good experience. It was my first time on the field, my freshman year.
How'd you end up in goal?
He kind of just put me there.
Did he?
I mean, it was the best decision he's made, man. I love it.
I love it. And I love Coach Lopez there. Doing his job, doing the recruiting in the classroom. That's how it's supposed to be. You see an athlete and you go, hey, why don't you give this a try? And the next thing you know, this happens. Ben Tatarko happens. Ben, so how have you honed? I think you started playing at what? You said 14?
Yeah, 14.
How have you been able to hone your craft to this point so quickly? Because you look around the county, and a lot of these soccer guys out here have been playing this sport since they were knee-highs to grasshoppers. How have you been able to do it as quickly as you have?
So I think a lot of it is like my mom was really big into basketball. My dad played a lot of football. I mean, it's like most genetics, I'd say, but I feel like just working, constantly working, because I had a major setback, actually. So my sophomore year, I broke my finger, so I was out like pretty much quarter of the time of me playing soccer in my career. So it's really just keeping up with your craft and trying to get better every single day.
Gotcha. Did you break your fingers playing soccer?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Shot?
Yeah, I was warming up for a game against Cocoa Beach, my first varsity start, actually, because
Oh.
our old goalie Neil was out for his St. Lucia national team for I
Okay.
think, the World Cup qualifiers, and it was my time to step up. And the game I stepped up, I just broke my finger, man. It was horrible.
Who do you end up putting in goal? You're out.
Sheldon, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he played fantastic, man.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a boot on him.
What? Okay, so obviously high school soccer is high school soccer, but what I'm told by players and even coaches around the county is high school passes the time until you can get to club because that's where the serious action is. Now, look, I get it. You guys want to win district championships, regionals, and states and all that. I understand that, and you all take that very seriously. But it's the club soccer that really is it's club soccer than high school soccer is the way I understand it. Tell us a little bit about how you pick the club team and who you do play for.
So last year, I actually missed out on club season because of my finger, so I couldn't
Right.
play all last year. So I was kind of stuck with just training with high school soccer. But with the time I did, I excelled in high school, and now I'm actually playing for Brevard Soccer Academy
Okay.
with my other Palm Bay goalie, Junior. Man, he's awesome too.
Okay.
So we have a few tournaments coming up, and this month we're playing in Lakewood Ranch. I think it's like Bradenton area.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna kick this season off nice. Hopefully, win state cup.
Being a late bloomer, as you are, um, there are a lot of opportunities for you because there's still so much you don't know. And what do you think as a goalie? This is what I find interesting about soccer and goalies. I was watching, and I can't remember his name, Murray Hawkins, or Hawkins Murray, I think, for Murray Hawkins for Brevard Soccer Club, the USL2 team we broadcast for, and watching his preparation and watching how he warms up, and a lot of it's a lot of repetition. He does the same thing over and over and over and over again. Kind of take me through a little bit how you train to get better at that position.
So goalie, it's really it's intricate. Like you have to train a certain thing at a certain time.
Like,
And
explain that.
so my typical training is like warming up with Junior because we have comp and that's who I'd be training with
Right.
most of the time. So we warm up normal stretches with the team and we take some shots on each other. Take some like we call it volleys. It's like just kicking it to each other.
Right.
Getting our hands warmed up, and after that, it really depends on the day because we don't really have a set like goalie coach for our team, but on the day we usually pick a certain topic to I feel like train, and
Right.
sometimes it could be like 1v1s or sometimes it could be crosses or
Gotcha.
shot stopping. It really depends on the day.
The thing that I always feel the worst for you guys for is penalty shots.
Oh yeah.
Penalty shots. I would never want to be the goalie in a penalty shot situation because we were talking about it the other night. He says we're betting. You're going left, you're going right, and it's got to be the same thing as you see that ball get placed on that center dot there, top of the box. What's going through your mind?
So I've been training this. I feel like this
Okay.
is my specialty. It's penalties.
Okay.
I try to get like before they're walking up to the penalty spot. I try to get as close to them as I can and start talking to them and get in their head.
Get in their head.
Yeah, that's what you got to do as a goalie. Get in their head. And as I get in their head, the ref tells me to go back to my line. I go back to my line. You got to read their body language, and that's really what gets it because you can't 100% save a penalty all the time, but like there's ways you can do to like save it better. Like
All right, so let's do this. Let's role play a little bit. All right, I just got tackled in the box.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to get lined up. I'm lining up. Do your thing. What are you coming to me and saying?
Oh, I'll be like, oh, you can't miss this, man. You can't miss this. Like this could be potentially a game-winning shot or to tie it or something like that. So it's really important that I got to save this. So as I'm on my line, I'm jumping around, waving my hands. I'm telling you to go to the right. Maybe you're going to go to the left, but I'm going to.
But you're letting him know.
Yeah. I'll be like, you go to the right. You go to the right. So I get in his head as much as he can, distract him as much as he can, and then as he does that, you got to read his body language, man.
That's funny because it makes sense to me because you keep telling him to go one way, one way, one way. Psychologically, he's thinking, well, that's where he's thinking I'm going. I like that. We're here with rising Palm Bay senior Ben Tatarko, and I absolutely tell us a little bit about your team this year because again, last year 8-3, you guys had one of the best seasons. I think you said in what 14 years? 10 years, 10, 12 years last year. 2-1-1 in 4A District 8. Listen, man, you guys got a lot of returning players coming back. You're a young team. Take me through. Look, you made the playoffs last year.
Oh yeah.
You got into the playoffs. Take me through what the expectations are for the upcoming season.
So expectations for next season, we got a lot of young players rising into their upperclassmanship like juniors and seniors.
Mm-hmm.
We want to win districts. That's our main goal is to win districts to put us on the map because like we've really been struggling with that past few years against top dog satellite. But I feel like next year we're going to have a really big chance and we're going to try to make a deep playoff run. Maybe regional final, regional semifinal.
There you go.
We're going to try.
What do you guys need to do? What is it? Youth is youth, and it's a maturation process, and I get that. But what do you guys need to do to reach that point? What do you feel? Because you're obviously, as a senior, you're going to be a leader this year. What do you guys need to do better?
We need to, I feel like with our team specifically, is communicate more. We have the chemistry because we've been playing, this whole team's been playing with each other for 3 years since we were freshmen. So, like, the chemistry's there. It's just we need to talk more, really, and our defense just needs to pick up some slight things, and really that's it.
You guys only, listen, man. You scored 55 goals last year, and you only gave up 50. That's you, right? I mean, that's good. It's always good to be plus in that goal differential, and you certainly are. That 6-2-3 at home. Tell me about playing on that field because that's a cool place to play.
Man, our stadium in the county, I feel like it's the best stadium.
It is.
Like, because it used to be.
They should host state championships there.
Or districts, man. I don't even know why it's not there. We don't have any championships there. It's
ridiculous.
It's incredible, the stadium, man. The 7 o'clock nights, varsity nights, playing the national anthem, or the warm-up
cool.
music. It's just unreal, man.
It really is. It is. We were talking last year. We went up to Tallahassee for state football, and even this is not a knock against where they hold the state soccer championships, but Palm Bay's just better. Palm Bay was a better facility than the state football championships we attended last year, and Palm Bay was a better facility than the university. We went and watched the state soccer championships at. All right, so obviously, starting the sport at 14, playing offers things like that. Those things may be late coming. Where are you? I know you obviously want to play in college. You prepared to walk on? Kind of take me through what you want your soccer future to be.
So obviously, starting a little late, I'm not going to have the experience to go
right.
D1, but maybe D2, D3. It really depends on the schools that reach out to me. Really want to play for Eastern Florida. I know Coach Butler pretty well.
Yeah.
Been going to their camps recently, so I really want to play for a smaller community college, maybe 2 years. Transfer somewhere bigger when I'm more experienced for like 4 years.
I think that would be fantastic. I think Eastern Florida State's a great place to go. You get that experience, and then a lot of those guys go on to play D1 soccer. What do you need to work on? Not that we want to give away any secrets so that you can get beat next year, but what is it that you feel like that you may be a little behind in?
Really, it's the mindset because
right.
all those veteran goalies, they have that mindset of got to get this done. I'm there, but I'm not there yet.
No, I get you.
I don't know how to explain
It's a
that.
confidence thing.
Yeah.
And that can only come with getting your mitts on more balls. I mean, that's just the way that goes. That's experience there here with rising Palm Bay senior Ben Tatarko. And, Ben, soccer is a sport that it's got a great tradition in this county. And you see a team like Vieira last year win a state championship. And tell me, how tough is the soccer? I mean, you got to stop shots against some of the best that there are in this county. This year you went up against Max May, who was voted the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Florida, Mr. Soccer for Florida. Talk about the talent in this county because you guys are all close-knit off the pitch in club, and you guys know each other away from the field. So talk about the talent level in this county.
Well, this year was a really big year that I've noticed a really big jump for soccer. Like even the lower tier schools, like I'm not gonna name,
right?
But like they jumped really quick and
right.
They stunned a lot of schools, and I was like really surprised. But like going up against the top dogs like Vieira, like Max May, I saved one of his shots and it just nailed me in the head. I was like, oh my gosh! I was like, man, he's got some power.
Yeah.
God, I hope he remembers that because like the ref stopped the game. I was like stunned. I was like, oh,
it came
my
quick,
God.
huh?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
It's coming. This county is coming really far.
It is.
In like all sports, I think.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. What's your fondest memory to this point? Like if I said to you, what is your best soccer memory right now, club or high school? What is it?
Cocoa Beach, the day I broke my finger, the bus ride home.
Yeah.
Sheldon was in goal, but we had 3 Haitians that year. Dara, Stefan, and Harrison.
Yeah.
They all scored that game. Crazy goals. Dara scored a bicycle kick. Stefan scored from like 40 yards out, and Harrison scored a free kick from outside of the box. Like the bus ride home was just crazy.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's the part. And it's funny because a lot of players I ask that question to don't give me on-field moments. They give me locker room moments, or they give me bus moments, or plane moments, or whatever. But they give me those moments. All right, Ben, let's find out a little bit about you off the pitch. Obviously, soccer is the sport you play it year-round. But when you're not playing soccer, what does Ben Tatarko do to relax?
A lot of the time I go to the beach.
Yeah. What do you like to do over there?
I mean, sometimes I go fishing, but I'm not into that like that
I get you.
anymore.
It relaxes you.
Yeah, just tan a lot of the time. I
Right.
like building
Just laying
Legos.
down. What if I picked your phone up right now and I went to your music? What would be the top? What would be the genre that would be played the most?
Oh gosh, I listen to a lot of everything.
Well, like what? What do you like? Tell me.
I like Drake a lot. A
Yeah.
lot of
Okay.
Drake. I like a lot of country.
Okay. Who do you like in country world?
Zach Bryan
Okay.
and a lot of Morgan Wallen. It really depends on my mood.
I got you. That's today's country music, isn't it? And you can find whatever mood you're in. You can find that type of music. When you have a big game, man, you want to treat yourself to a good meal. Where's the favorite restaurant, and what are you ordering?
Beef O'Brady's, and
Yeah.
I gotta get the Cuban sandwich, man.
You like Cubans are good, aren't
it's
they?
so good.
Yeah, and you know what? I've never had the Cuban at beefs. Now I'm a big Cuban sandwich eater. I gotta try it now. I gotta try. Tell me a little bit about your family, man. You mentioned your mom. Tell me about your family.
Got a younger brother, older sister. Sister
Okay.
played volleyball. Trying to get my little brother to.
She play anything?
He's trying to play soccer. I'm trying to get him
Okay,
into soccer. but
okay.
He's warming up to it.
I got you. Now you say your sister plays volleyball.
Yeah, she played volleyball.
Played
in high
volleyball. Okay. What is she doing?
School. She's going to Eastern right now.
Okay.
She's
All
doing
right.
pretty good.
All right. So for you, if I said to you, 5 years from now, where do you see Ben Tatarko?
Oh, it depends on if soccer works out or not.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't work out, then I do have a plan.
Let's hear it.
I want to build houses because like I've always liked doing Legos and stuff. But
Right.
it's, like I love building and stuff. Like I love architecture and interior design. It's different.
Do you have something that you've built from a Lego standpoint? Because I've seen some really impressive stuff, man. And I love going to those Lego conventions. So you ever been to one of those?
No, I haven't.
You've got to get to Orlando when they have. Sometimes, well, no, not sometimes. A lot of times you can go to Comic-Con in Orlando, and when you go, there's an entire section devoted to Legos. And some of the stuff you see there flips you out.
It's
But
massive, too.
I've been to I've never built Legos, but I'm fascinated by them. So I've actually taken the time to go to see. Like I've gone to the exhibits where they have all of the, they call it the Washington, D.C. exhibit, where the White House, the monument, it's all built out of Legos. It's really cool. So do you want to build houses, or do you want to be the guy that owns the company that builds houses, or you want to design them?
I feel like I want to design them.
Okay.
That's my.
So
big thing.
engineering is really where
Yeah.
you want to be. Yeah, no doubt. Do you have a project at the house you've worked on in the past that you're really proud of and still sitting on the dresser?
I built a lot of Star Wars stuff with my
Yeah?
brother. A lot of Star Wars, like the Death Star. I worked on that. In my room, I got a lot of the Star Wars.
All right,
heads.
so let's talk about Star Wars.
Okay.
All right, now there are two different schools of thoughts on Star Wars.
Okay.
There's me, who's never seen a Star Wars movie, and then there's you, who loves it. How did you get into Star Wars? Because it's not new, right? How did you get into Star Wars?
My uncle, his name is Uncle Bobo. He got me into Harry Potter and the Star Wars, man.
Now, I like Harry Potter, but go ahead.
I love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my eyes off of it. The movies are so long. There's so many of them. It's just like you gotta binge watch them, and I couldn't.
That's
stop.
exactly how I did it too. I was forced to watch the first one by my ex-wife, and the forced part explains the X. But, but I was glad that she did, because I then never went to bed for like a day, just binge watching the rest of them. They were fantastic. Somebody said I would feel the same way about Star Wars. You a Star Trek person too?
No.
No, okay.
I feel like I'm more of a Harry Potter person than Star Wars, but
Right.
I like the Star Wars Legos.
I got you. Okay, I got you. All right, good. Have you now? Obviously, or maybe I don't know. Have you been to the Universal Harry Potter deal yet?
Oh yeah, I was just there like 2 weeks ago.
What do you love to do over there?
The Hagrid ride is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Man. The Universal, I like the Hulk ride. I like the Velocicoaster.
I got
like
you.
a lot of the big roller
But you
coasters.
spend a lot of your time at Harry Potter. What's the one souvenir you've bought over there for Harry Potter?
The Slytherin shirt.
I got you. Okay. All right. Ben Tatarko here, wrapping up with the rising senior. And Ben, I love your personality, man. I love the fact that you were willing to come in here and speak with us here today. Make sure you let other soccer players around the county know it's not a bad place to be. But if there were one thing that you wanted everybody to know about your soccer team for this upcoming season, what would that one thing be?
Watch out, man.
Watch
We're
out.
coming for
You're
you,
really
Sticks.
you're confident,
We're
aren't
coming,
you?
yeah. I got a lot of confidence in the boys, man. We're improving a lot.
And tell me about going to school at Palm Bay. I'm very good friends with Sarah Morano. I love A.D. Crowley. He's fantastic. I know a lot of your coaches, Coach Duell Fider, and obviously you got the legendary Dan Burke there as a football coach. But from a sports perspective, but tell me from an education perspective, what you like most about attending high school at Palm Bay.
A lot of the students are like sports students, so teachers really have that lenience of like if you have a game, they'll maybe let you out of class to go to
Right.
the coach's room, look at the game plan. If you have practice, they'll let you out early to go to practice. It really depends on the teacher, but they're really lenient with the students and how their athleticism.
I got you. Now I ask you this question, and we'll end with this. 10 years from now, where is Ben Tatarko?
Hopefully in Europe.
But-
Hopefully.
See, you keep saying things, right? See, here's what he's doing to me, right? He keeps throwing these little things in like Star Wars and Harry Potter that just begs a follow-up question, right? He slips Europe in on me, okay? Explain.
Soccer, man.
Okay.
Top leagues in soccer are in Europe.
Listen, man, I love your dedication to the sport. I love the fact that, and I love late bloomers. I do. I think that I always pull for late bloomers, and haven't had the opportunity to meet you one-on-one like this today. You got a fan right here in Brevard Sports Network, so thank you for coming in today.
Of course.
Yeah, no doubt. And if you would like to sit exactly where Ben Tatarko is, right here on the bottom of your screen is that information. In fact, I'll even put my phone number right there so that you can text me if you want to join. We are running out of time because once we get to about 5 to 6 days in August, these are done because we got to turn our attention to covering fall sports. I want to thank Caleb for producing, and for Ben Tatarko, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network Summer Series of Interviews. Have a great night, everybody.